Come on, Discord. What? That was random. Had a thing pop up on my Discord saying like some kind of leveling system, which is dumb because, well, I guess some people might enjoy that, but this isn't a leveling system thing. It's just a Discord server. It's just where you hang out. God. Anyway, so I need to clean my glasses. Put my glasses down because they were dirty, and then forgot about them. I hate that. Well, not much has happened. I literally have only done a couple of things this week or last week because I am a tiny bit late because essentially we couldn't figure out what to do for a video, and then we settled on an idea, so that was okay. It was good. The idea was sound. But yeah, I recorded the videos because I recorded an extra video, which is available for everybody to watch on Pornhub. Although, you know, if you want to get direct access to it, then essentially you have to be a patron or a member of the Discord or both. So yeah. But the other video I finished editing today and uploaded it, and it's also available just to Patreon peoples. So yeah. I like these glasses the most. Out of all of my different glasses, I like these ones the most. Yeah. So, yeah, it went okay. I am a bit miffed about my one of the buttons breaking when I was setting up. Just as I was setting up, just as I got the camera into the perfect position, basically, like I relaxed, I guess, my stomach just a bit too much, and it broke the button. And the button in itself, I don't think it was because of my tummy, my big belly. I think it was more because of the plastic fatigue in the button itself, because that's the part that snapped, basically. Um, because I had been pushing that a bit too much, to be honest. And the last couple of times that I worn that thing, and that thing isn't new. So yeah, the waistcoat button is what I'm talking about. In case you aren't a patron and haven't seen the video. But yeah, I do mention it at the beginning of the video. I kept it in. I basically was just moaning at the camera, but then I was like, yeah, I'll keep it in when I was doing the editing. The editing I didn't need to edit anything. It was so annoying. I basically watched the entire video once over to try to cut out any stupid bits or anything. And I didn't have to edit any of that. So it was kind of like pointless me doing the editing. I could have just literally, well, I guess the editing, I did need to stick the two clips together and then put it on, then add the end part. But, that was it. So I basically wasted like half an hour watching it before doing like 10-15 minutes of that, basically. Not even that, probably. Um, but yeah, from what I've heard, it's been positive from the people who have seen it. It has been positive. I think it's only Jeff that's been actually said anything about it. So yeah, but yeah, so I did that. Um, oh, I got my results today from my echocardiogram. At least I got like the basic results because at the time, essentially, she said everything was fine because she was checking like the um the blood flow and everything was all good in and around my heart. So that's all good. But basically, she didn't. What she didn't tell me at the time, which basically which I had to call the doctor up today, was that apparently I got a thick heart. Like the walls of my heart are thick. I don't know exactly what that means, but essentially, when I told my partner and I told my mother, who's again who is a nurse, she's been a nurse for most of her life. So basically, I trust her opinions on it and stuff. She didn't seem worried at all, and basically, apparently, it's a thing with high blood pressure. So yeah, and also I've got like my blood pressure meds are being they've upped the dose. So there's that. So that's cool. Um, but apparently I was on like the minimal dose anyway, so I don't understand what they were thinking about giving me that because my blood pressure. This is the weird thing. I know I've said this in the last stream, but it just I keep my brain keeps coming back to this. It keeps coming back to this, and like doctors can be wrong. I get that, but what's really irritating to me is that I go to the hospital to have my echocardiogram, and they say that my heart rate is fine. My blood flow around my heart is fine, and they even took my blood pressure, and it was slightly high, but no more than they would expect from somebody who was nervous or basically anxious about having a blood pressure test because I just don't like them. I just don't like having a blood pressure test, and I'm not shy about it. I'm not. I might. I basically say to them usually that I'm sorry if I'm a big baby. I just don't like this. And they're like, it's fine. It's like I mean, but we do have to do it. And I'm like, I know you have to do it. I'm just saying that for the record, I hate this. It's like the blood tests. You know, I hate having my blood taken, but I mean, it has to be done. So like, I deal with it. But I do say that I just mentioned that just in case like it will skew results and stuff. And I fucking hate that this is the thing though, because at the hospital, all the times that I've ever been in hospital, they always say that I'm basically fine. That I'm just fine. They always say that it's like, well, they always talk to me as if I'm going to live a long, happy life, and essentially, and that's it. But whenever I go to the fucking doctor, it's always doom and gloom. It's always like, like your heart rate is really high, your blood pressure is really high, and stuff like that. When everything else around me keeps telling me that it's basically like it's high, it's not that high. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know who's wrong. I basically have like these two perspectives that that are hospital people who work at hospitals have different perspectives on the patients compared to doctors, compared to your family doctor, your village doctor. I know I've just lost everybody who was going to watch this. It went up to like 6 people watching to 2 people watching, and I'm one of them. But whatever. But yeah, in hospitals, essentially they're used to seeing people who have like, lifelong health problems. They're used to that because that's what they get in hospitals. So they might see somebody with really high blood pressure or something and just say, yeah, I mean, we see this all the time. Yeah, that's the attitude they have and stuff. Whereas like your doctor or your local clinic or whatever, they basically have the perspective of like, well, I've got to deal with this person for basically however long that they live in the, around the surgery, around the doctor's office, around the clinic, whatever. um I'm basically with them for life, so I've got to like be very, very worried about things that could be potentially just very, very small, you know so I get the two different perspectives, but it's just that it's such a hugely different reactions from these two. Also, whenever I go to a surgery, sorry, Americans, whenever I go to a clinic or a doctor's office or something, they kind of, the level of care is radically different. Whenever I've been in a hospital, they've always been super nice. They are always incredibly nice to you. They're always incredibly courteous. They always seem to be upbeat as well, which is weird because hospitals, you know. Um, but yeah, every time I've been in a hospital and every time and had to interact with people, they are always super chipper and great and lovely. Whenever I've been to the doctors, they've always acted nice. They've always acted chipper. You know, Whenever I have to go get my meds, because I have to get my meds directly from the health center, they've always been they've always been nice. But that's a very brief encounter in which basically, like, I'm giving them money so that I can have medication. You know, and I kind of wish that I had my blood taken at the hospital and not um, at the stupid clinic, sorry, surgery, the health center place, because basically, like, you know, I was trying to keep my arm as still as possible while, and she was coming with me with the needle to get my blood. So I was trying to keep my arm as still as possible, and she said, "No, just relax your arm." I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that, but remember, you know, I won't be able to control it if I basically if I relax it too much. And she said, "Oh, no, that's fine." And then basically, like, she stabbed me with the needle, and my arm kind of jerked because I was relaxing it. And she said, "Oh, you mustn't jump." I can't control it. If you tell me to relax my arm, I can't control that. Oh my god! And yeah, and she basically is. She's the nurses. I've only had one nurse for some reason. It's always the same nurse that deals with me and my blood. And basically, she she gets frustrated because with me, for some reason, everything takes longer. And I do say to her, I'm not intentionally being awkward, but it's like, it's she can't get like my vein in this arm, which is annoying. So she uses she had to get the vein in my primary arm, which is really irritating. Um, because that's super easy, but this one's super hard. Even though I keep requesting, please could you use this arm, because I'm ambidextrous, but I can deal with just using the other arm because I use that for detail work and shit. And she's basically, oh my god, it's just, she can't do it. Um. So yeah, I've got like it just yeah, and I basically say to her, you know, when she's doing this, I say to her that I hate this, and because I said that at the beginning, but I basically said I'm feeling a little bit queasy, and she said, "Well, do you want us to stop and book another time?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just telling you that I'm feeling a bit queasy." And she's like, "Well, I don't want you to faint." And I was like, I'm not. I'm just telling you that I'm just informing you of what's happening. You know, if I'm about to pass out, I will mention it because I know what passing out feels like. Um, but I was just saying, this is getting this is getting me a bit queasy. You know, being continuously stabbed in my arm and me knowing exactly what's happening there, even if I'm looking away from it, is making me a bit queasy. You know, it just does. It just does. Um, so yeah, whenever I've been at hospital, it's always been super quick, super easy, and basically like, um, I don't get like a weirdly conflicting attitude. Whenever I've been to a health center, a doctor's office, a clinic, it's always been very fake optimism, I guess. You know, very just very fake optimism. When she was taking my EKG, the stickers weren't sticking to me even when she shaved like little patches where the stickers are supposed to go. Um, and she was getting very frustrated at that to the point where she actually threw the chunk, the node, um, like down onto the examination bed where I was laying, which basically hit me in the nuts quite forcefully. But I was just like, I can't do anything. I'm not doing this on purpose. They just refused to stick to me. I don't know what it was, but they just refused. She basically got a different nurse to come in, and basically what she did was she rubbed the area and then stuck it on and held her hand there for a couple of seconds. And it's like, why can't you just do that? I don't get it. But yeah, it's like she was getting mad at me because things were taking too long. I don't get it. Anyway, thing is, thick heart, thick, strong heart. My heart is very strong, but that's a bad thing apparently, because it's been working harder to, and that's why the high heart rate apparently. Um, but again, it's nothing to worry about. Um, they're just upping my heart medication, sorry, my blood pressure medication. Um, and I've got to have a blood test at the end of this month to basically see if that's actually working. But I'm okay. So yeah, that's what happened this week. Well, last week. I found out about this today. So yeah. Um, yeah. Apart from that, I basically like I finished all my art shit. Apart from apart from Ichi's birthday picture, I'm trying to put that off because I tend to do people's people's birthday and gift pictures and stuff when it's basically a deadline that I've got to do it by. I need to do it. What? I need to basically do it closer to the time because I did a picture for Itchy already for his birthday and it came out like, well, a couple of months ago. His birthday's not until December. Um, so yeah, but I'm basically out of that. But I am going to be doing an art thing, and depending on how much time I have after doing the voting and all that stuff, then I might just get on with that, like on stream maybe. I don't know. Um, but yeah. So if anybody wants to commission me for doing some artwork and stuff, I'm available. Um, So yeah. But yeah, I've got I've got no work and I've got nothing to worry about. I am apparently going to visit Itchy for Christmas, so that'll be fun because America is back open apparently now. There was a mini announcement on Twitter, so it's kind of official. So yeah, I need to figure out exactly what I need to do to that because I think I have to have a test or something. Like I have to have a test before I fly and stuff. Hmm. So yeah. And that'll be after the blood test. So yeah. But at some point before at Christmas, I will be going to see Itchy, so that'll be nice. I'm really looking forward to that, but I'm planning that now. I'm actually a bit concerned about that, to be honest, because I have to do another visa waiver thingy. I think still maybe. Um, because I think they expire, don't they, after a couple of years? And the last time I did one was a couple of years ago for Vegas. So, yeah. Uh, and they usually take like a couple of months to pass. So it's really irritating now that I know that I might be going um, next month, you know? So, yeah. Are you still here, Jeff? I'm glad you think I look good in this suit. I do. Jeffrey, for a second there, I was like, you're on Patreon, but do you mean in the Patreon room? Are you there? Did he leave? I think he might have left, or got a phone call, or went to bed, or something. I miss Jeff. I do. We used to watch Stargate together. That was so fun. But yeah. I just haven't. We don't talk much anymore. It's sad. Book. I'm getting the book. I was like, why did I move my keyboard just now? But yeah, book. I need the book. Yeah. Okay, and anybody want to vote? You can do so now. Um, they're on the bottom of it's on the it's scrolling. It's the thing that's scrolling now. So yeah. Also got an eye problem just as I put the glasses on. Eye problem. Yawning. Ugh. You know all the stuff that usually happens here. Who's the people that are watching? Why do I have people that watch and then don't say anything? What's the big deal? Didn't I have somebody that basically said that they don't say anything because they're shy or something? And it was like, you can say something in the chat. It doesn't matter if you're shy. No one can see you. I mean, we can see what you've written, but it's not like it's. No one cares what you say. It's okay. Ugh. I don't know. People are weird. Just people are weird. That's what makes the universe so good. Well, it makes it interesting. It doesn't usually make it good, but it makes it interesting. If you're weird, you're interesting. Right, so I've got to AJ's votes. Are they in order? I don't know if they're in order. Wait. Oh no, it's that it does exist. That's still there. Yep, they're not in the right order. Again, I just prefer if people put it in order, just so that it just makes it easier for me. But it's not a must. I keep saying that every week, but you know, it's whatever. What did I do? Balloon, yeah, and live. Ugh, stop yawning. Also, I ate a carrot before I came on stream, so now my mouth it tastes and smells like carrots. So when I yawn, like I just get like that smell just in front of my face all the time. Oh, that was AJ that was saying. Okay. Okay, I'm writing down your ones. And welcome back, Jeff. Where'd you go? Squishing. Where's the? Oh, okay. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay. How you been, guys? How you been, AJ? And how you been, Jeffrey? Very low on votes. Right, you guys are going to have to entertain yourselves for a second, and I will get the... Should I do that now, or should I basically just wait? Should I do that now, or should I wait? Should I just do it now, or wait? I'm just messing with the pen. Maybe now, yeah. Okay then, well you got to talk amongst yourselves, otherwise, well, you won't be saying anything. What is with the weird people that come into the server and then just leave immediately? I hate that on Discord. Okay, well then, there we go. I'll do the voting, and there's not many votes. Right. People, what is wrong with people? Why do they not vote? What gives? Right, I'm just tallying up. Seven. Okie dokie. It was really close. But yeah, let me just delete that. Okay, and do you want to hear the results? Jeff, you might be on delay as well. My tummy's doing a weird thing. It was just very, very noisy, and now it basically is like got a little bit of like what feels like gas cramps. What? Weird. Okay, so the results are LiveTUBBs got 3 votes. Yeah, it was gas cramps. LiveTUBBs got 3 votes. Balloon/Lunar Week had 1 vote. Glutton Week had no votes. Cigar Week had no votes. Piggy Noise had 1 vote. Belly Play Week had 7 votes. Feet Week had no votes. Live Week had 1 vote. Art Week had no votes. Funnel Week had 1 vote. Advice Week had no votes. Bloating Week had 1 vote. Pumping Week had 3 votes. Squishing Week had 2 votes. Pup Week had 1 vote. Pipe Week had 6 votes. Padding Week had no votes. Wait a minute. Padding Week had 1 vote. That might have been a me boo boo. I think I made a boo boo. Yeah. Okay, Padding Week had 1 vote. Leather/Rubber Week had 0 votes. Furry Week had no votes. So the wait a minute, did I say Live Week had 1? Yeah, okay. So we did get 1 for live. Yeah, Jeff, you're on delay. You want to refresh? Yeah. So the winner is Belly Play Week with 7 votes. I do apologize because I had a boo boo, but essentially, Padding Week will be back. But yeah. So Belly Play Week. Anybody got any ideas for Belly Play Week? We got like 25 minutes to think of something for Belly Play Week. And then I might have to do a brainstorm. Also, of course, I'm accepting votes for next week. So go nuts. I will, of course, now change the ticker so you can actually see voting. Where is it? Where's Belly Play Week? There it is. Okay, ticker is changed. Now I've got to go onto Discord and change that. I have no idea what that means. That's weird. The weird booster thing. Oh, shut up. Okay. No ideas so far. That's fine. Also, I've got to change the channel. What channel is it on? I think it's on like Builder Farmer Tubs Week or something. No, it's on Papa Tubs Week. Where's... So I used the Parachute Man before. There you go. Okie dokie. Right. So Discord is back open. Polls back open on Discord and on here. So yeah, I've just got to change the channel over. So yeah. Belly drums video, that's just part of it, dude. The entire video on that is kind of like it could be part of it, but it's like, yeah. Figure setting aren't can fix your waistcoat. Why? She might be able to, but essentially the button is broken. The actual button itself is broken. It's not just a case of fixing the stitching or anything. It's actually it's not the thread that's broken. It's the button itself. It's got plastic fatigue. So we need to find a replacement button. But the problem is that it's a yellow waistcoat. It's that fancy yellow waistcoat. So yeah, it's basically the entire waistcoat might be gone because we need to find replacement buttons for it. I think we can just find replacement buttons for it. Like, we have to do the entire button changeover though, I guess, because one button that's slightly the wrong color basically will look a bit weird, I guess. But because it's the bottom button, it's like, well, they're not supposed to be done up anyway because of tradition, you know? So yeah. Right, so the votes are there, and the votes are there. Yeah, what do I do? Okay, I'm sorry that happened. She can find the button or something else. It'll work. Yeah. I just, like I said, we just have to find some buttons. I don't know why, but I've got gas cramps right now. Also, I've been sitting on my butt for a while tonight. So I'm not really, like, my bum is sore, which is fun. It's so random. But yeah, I don't really know what to talk about. Or do. You know? I was going to do some artwork and stuff, but essentially, like, if I've got gas cramps and shit, I'm not going to do that. Plus, I'm only going to be on for like another 20 minutes. at most. That's weird. Yeah. I think it worked. I didn't, I didn't look like I expanded too much for an inflation video, but it's like it's a thing. Did you see the other video, Jeff? Did you see the other one? Okay, I was just checking because you didn't say anything about that one. You didn't, you didn't comment on it on Discord, so I didn't know if you saw it or not. But good. I was basically just checking because I didn't know if there was any problems in viewing it because I tried to view it when I was offline, out of my account, and I had a bit of trouble actually looking at it. But then basically I fixed it. I was just wondering if that was like a thing that was happening for everybody. It's probably my phone. My phone's been stupid. Like I said, it's dying rapidly just recently. So yeah. Uh, good, 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 good. So yeah, I don't know what to do. I still don't know what to do. I don't know what to do right now. You got any ideas, Jeff, for the belly play video? Any specifics? Hmm. Yeah. Well, I will be back tomorrow doing another live stream probably tomorrow to try to figure this out because I basically I got to do I'm working on a meh art piece and stuff. Um, so yeah, in case you didn't know, and this isn't really a thing Jeffrey can participate in because he has not got a Twitter account, which is fine. I don't mind if people don't have Twitter accounts. It's cool. I get it. Um, but if you got a Twitter account and you follow me on Twitter, then one of the things that I'm doing between art projects is basically um, I've got kind of like a Twitter trap where essentially um, my trap project is that whoever commented on my on the last person to comment on any of my pictures on Twitter will get. I'll basically go through their Twitter account, and whatever the last picture that they posted is, it will be, I will alter it or put one of my characters in it somewhere in the background or whatever. There is an example of this already on Twitter. But yeah, the past couple of people who basically have done this, haven't got actual real life pictures. They've got, they're artists. They have got like, furry art, which is fine, but it means that essentially I've got to match their style, and it's also some people aren't happy when you alter their pictures or whatever. So yeah. So yeah, just be warned if you comment on if you're a frequent commenter on my Twitter account, you might accidentally get one of your pictures edited by me, by having one of my characters put in the background. So yeah, but that's the thing I'm working on at the moment. The problem is that I basically I had this really funny, really kind of stupid, boring idea, and then I was doing it, and it was like, oh, I wanted to go in a completely different direction with this. So essentially, everything that I did the entire lineup for it already. It's all cleaned up. It's all ready to go, ready to be colored and everything. And I want to go in a completely different direction. So essentially, that was all for nothing. But because I've gone so far with it already, I'm gonna finish that picture off, but also do an alternate version, just for the shits and giggles, I guess. Yeah. What yummy foods did you have for dinner? I just had pizza. I just had like mini homemade pizzas. And we had some corned beef in the fridge, and that needed to be used up. So basically, I used that up on some cheesy pizza, corned beef and cheese pizza. I really like corned beef so much, but apparently it's super bad for you because it's got so much salt in it and stuff, and fats. But it's so tasty. So uncool. Anyway, yeah. So I had that and chips, so that was good. But yeah, for my last meal of the day, I had a couple of oranges and a carrot, because we had a carrot that had been in the fridge for a while. So essentially, I was like, I got to eat the carrot. I've got nothing to eat the carrot with. But then again, carrot's kind of like one of my snack foods. Basically, we have like four or five just big carrots in the fridge at all times, because essentially it's like one of my snack foods. Because carrots are tasty. I don't know what to say. Carrots are tasty, but maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what upset my tummy a little bit, because essentially, ever since I had the carrot, I've had these weird gas pains that make me not want to sit still, which is why I'm not doing art at the moment. So yeah, maybe it was off. I don't know what an off carrot looks like. We usually eat them before that happens, but yeah, I had a couple of oranges and a carrot. So yeah, that was for my last meal of the day, because I usually have like 3 meals a day. Breakfast and dinner and then supper and stuff. And the supper one I tried to keep to be kind of like a super healthy, fruity or vegetable-y thing. So yeah. West always comes when I'm thinking about leaving early, because I'm thinking about leaving early at the moment. But yeah, I normally have like a just a fruit selection kind of thing. Um, my last meal of the day usually consists of just some fruit. So basically, it's a bunch of snack food. You know, it's basically like an orange, an apple, a banana, and a carrot. And I basically eat those because I would have had a piece of fruit and veg somewhere in the day, and I don't know if you guys have it in America, but there was this weird like healthy eating campaign going on for the past like 20 years or so. It seems like it's been going on since my childhood. So yeah, but there's like part of your five a day kind of thing. Um, government health officials recommend that you eat five portions of fruit and veg a day, and it's like that's fine. And what a portion is basically like it could be a glass of fruit juice. It could be um, it's usually like an entire piece of fruit or entire piece of vegetable. So like an apple is part of your five a day. Um, a banana is a part of your five a day and stuff like that. So basically, it's like if I eat a carrot, an apple, um, a banana, and an orange, then basically that's four of my five a day, and I already had like something in the day as part of like one of my other meals that basically is, or just had a snack of just an apple or something, and that's part of my five a day anyway. So yeah, oddly enough, potatoes don't count, which is weird. I think that's because basically people were starting to count at the portion of chips, fries. Basically, it's like, oh, that's part of my five a day because it's a vegetable or fruit or whatever. What are potatoes? I thought they were vegetables. Are they like those? Are they like tomatoes? You know, are they actually like a secretly a vegetable or secretly a fruit? I don't know. I like dipping carrots in ranch dressing. It's very good. Okay, ranch isn't really a thing in the UK. Ranch dressing isn't really a thing in the UK. The like the ranch equivalent. I mean, we have ranch dressing, but it's not really a thing. It's not really like the salad um, topping of choice in the UK. Our one is usually Caesar salad, Caesar dressing. You know, because you can find Caesar everywhere and lots of different kinds of Caesar dressing. But yeah, ranch isn't really a big deal, I guess. But yeah, I do like Caesar better than ranch. Ranch is a bit plain, you know. You might as well just have like a giant tub of mayonnaise. It's just herby mayonnaise to me. I'm sorry, that's all it is. It's like herby, slightly vinegary mayonnaise. Um, but I just eat them without dipping them in things. I mean, if I had something to dip them in, I would. But essentially, I literally just get them out of the fridge, get a carrot out of the fridge, and get the fruit I need out of the fruit bowl, and then basically, yeah, that's it. I don't need extras or whatever. I really want peanut butter, but for some reason we keep forgetting to get peanut butter. I really want peanut butter because a friend of mine basically I was talking to them like they were on a video call with me, or they were on a conference call that was part of like the karaoke whatever, and essentially they were eating something, and I was like, "What are you eating?" and it was basically cut up apple with peanut butter smeared over it. And it's like I can imagine what that tastes like, and my mouth is already watering because it basically that sounds awesome. And I used to really hate in the UK. I don't know what it is, but there's this weird thing that adults used to do. When I was a kid, this used to gross me out, but adults would sometimes have an apple slice and then put cheese on top of it. And it's like, oh, it sounds that's just gross. You know, mentally picturing what those two flavors are like together is like wrong somehow for me as a kid. Now that I'm an adult, I don't mind so much. I mean, I don't prefer it, but yeah, Caesar is good too. It's okay. It's dressing. It's a salad dressing, you know. Um, a nice balsamic vinegar is so good with salad, or like caramelized onion. Oh, oh, it's so nice. Don't make me hungry before I'm gonna go to bed. Cow and hot wings. The thing about hot wings is that I hate the bones. You know, I hate chicken with bones. I hate any food with bones. You know, I absolutely hate that stuff. And it's not the actual meaty part of it. It's usually the it's literally just the bone part that I hate. You know, because I don't know what it was, but when I was a kid, and before I could cook anything, basically my mother, she loved pork so much. It was pork and lamb, you know. So basically, like pork chops and lamb chops were kind of like a common thing, and she did all the cooking. So essentially, we didn't have a choice because we were kids. So essentially, I I'm sick of it. I got so sick of it to the point where um, I actually helped out with the cooking just so that we wouldn't have that anymore because yeah, it was so annoying. Spaghetti bolognese and spaghetti meatballs used to be my favorite thing, my favorite food. But and it's only because we didn't have them that much, you know. We didn't have that like that much, and curry, you know. Ugh. So yeah, it used to be a thing, but we always had like my mum used to cook the kind of lamb chops and pork chops that basically always had bone in it all the time. You know, they wanted to eat boneless lamb or pork chops. Um, there was a reason for this. There was a reason. It's not just because my mother liked it. It's because we were poor, and essentially, my mother used to get all of her meat from the market, from Romford Market, and essentially, they were kind of the cheapest of meats. They were the cheapest deals that she could get on the meats because there used to be like a butcher in the middle of the market. I don't know if he's still doing it. That'd be weird if he's still doing it. But yeah, Romford Market is like it's crazy. I used to absolutely hate Romford Market because when you're a small child in a market town, in a market city, because Romford's a city, it's like oh my god, it's just that there's old cobbled streets, like ancient cobbled streets, and basically well, it's just this one street, and there's just stores everywhere, and there's like cheapy electronic crap, um, clothes amongst like a veggie store, a fruit store, fish stool. You know, it's like it's weird. Like there's cheap like jewelry and rings. You know, it's like there's all this chaos going around you, and you would lose your parents. You know, to the point where we had a rule because we had to go there so much. So essentially, yeah, you know, if we got separated, we go to the church. We meet up at the church because in the middle of Romford Market is this big church. I don't know if this is a thing in America. Oh, am I back? Am I back? Right, I was basically talking about markets and stuff. Do you guys have like do you guys in the States have like the markets? I know you have like flea markets and shit, but I'm talking about like uh just just a market where you can get anything. It's just a thing. It's like you know Seattle's fish market? Well, it's basically like that, but it's essentially I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I do not know how to explain it. Let's right. So oh, that's funny. I've not seen this layout before. Huh. Um. So Romford Market. This is the new Romford Market because it wasn't this well paved. Although this is the end of it, so yeah, that makes sense. Wait, let me just I will make it bigger so you can see it. But yeah, they got like all sorts of stalls. Oh my god, they have! They got rid of the paving. They had like cobblestone paving. And I think that's the that's the meat thing. That's the meat you know, the butcher van or whatever. That's what it looks like without the market in it. But yeah, it's basically yeah, Romford Market. That's where we would go at least once a week. So yeah, like I said, there's the church. Of course, it's in Essex. So yeah. What's all the dinky pictures? But yeah, do you in America? Do you have crap like this? But you can see there's a vegetable store. There's like there's stalls for everything. It's kind of crazy. Like flowers. Well, this is in the middle of a city. But yeah, this is where I grew up basically. See, there's clothes. But But yeah, there's like big market days, and then there's these stalls that just stay there like all throughout the entire time. Really crappy, uh, cheap products, cheap household products. But yeah, there's a big like church in the middle of the market for some reason. But yeah. And in the middle, opposite the church, there's this. See, that's what it used to look like. That's when it was like just a town, because Romford used to be just a market town. But yeah, opposite the church, there is like this. It's a big, it's a big van, basically. It's a big it's like a big trailer, and it's got like an opening to it, and there's like this guy who would yell out and do deals with people about like meat and shit, and then basically he would just he would just like like, you want some pork chops, we'll give you some pork chops, this is how much they cost, like, you know what, I'm going to do a deal just for today. And then he does a deal, and he like cuts up some meat, and then they would like put it in a bag, and then basically or wrap it up, and then like hand it to somebody, and they have like bags of different kinds of meats, and one guy on at the front basically like dealing with the stuff in front of him, while he's also kind of like throwing meat at people, and like them giving him money and stuff. And like, it used to be a huge deal. It used to be a huge deal. And essentially we would go there every week, and mum would do it, and she would get tons of meat. But yeah, it used to be, it's just weird. I don't remember all of the pubs and stuff around Romford Market. I just remember one pub. So yeah. But yeah, it basically has existed since the Roman times. That's how old this market is. So yeah. Well, you probably don't want to go to Romford Market. Most towns in the UK basically have some kind of market like this. This one was just special because this was the Romford Market used to be the King's Market. It's basically where the produce for the palaces in London used to come from. They used to go all the way to fucking Romford to basically do all the shopping for the kings and queens, and then basically and then take it into deeper into London, because Romford's always been on the outskirts of London, but London grew and kind of overtook it. Oh yes, they used to have the big tree at the end every year. So yeah, flowers, random shoe stalls. But yeah, so there's always been a market and stuff. There used to be like an arcade, a couple of arcades that came off of it, and basically that's where I would get. I used to be the coolest of kids during Pokemon card collecting, because there was an imports store that used to just deal with Chinese and Japanese imports, and it used to be just kind of this little tiny shop in the middle of this arcade, and it basically, yeah. They used to have rare Japanese printed Pokemon cards. So basically, they were the Pokemon cards that you got in Japan. They were official Pokemon cards, but they were from Japan, which meant that I was the coolest kid because I was the only person who knew about this store. Um, so yeah, it used to be super cute. Now they got braces. But yeah, let me just. Yeah, go away. I'm not really interested. So yeah, there's the market just here. And of course, it's not the satellite picture didn't take a satellite picture of the market itself, so that's great. Oh my god, yeah. So around about here is the entrance to like an internal structure, an arcade, and in the arcade, that's where this shop was. So yeah. Oh, they've got a creepy stone circle. That's not super creepy or weird at all. So yeah, this is not when it's at market time, obviously. There's usually some stalls around, either way, but yeah, just this is where we'd meet up if we got lost, and that's where the van would be. But yeah, this is where I grew up. Like I said, this is where I grew up. I didn't actually grow up here, but oh, they were taking that down. Oh, yeah, they're still taking that down. But yeah, around about it was after Debenhams. Where is that? It? No. It's at the end. Oh, okay. There. That is the opening to the arcade. Oh wow, they tried to recreate the cobblestones. Okay. Um, can we actually go in here? No, we can't. So if you go in there, that's where that secret shop was, and that made me the coolest kid ever in school. So yeah, this is weird. I briefly worked in this Iceland. This is an Iceland. This is a frozen food superstore, and I briefly worked here. Have you and Damon been to the market stuff? Well, yeah. Again, we've got one we've got one in the village actually. Not in the village, in the town. Um, that's a shame. That used to be a really old building. Uh, but yeah, we go down the market, and it takes up this entire place. Is that Greg's? Oh my god, a Greg's! I so want a Greg's. So yeah, it takes up the entire place, and this is where they have the Christmas tree. Some of these buildings, by the way, are like truly ancient. I just remember this building being kind of like it's it's like 500 or 600 years old. It's like crazy old. It's mad. Um, can I not go any further than this? But yeah, just behind here is the taxi shelter. So essentially, go to the market, load up the taxi, and then go home. Can I not get here? I did not mean to click that. Oh my god, is it still open? I broke it. I broke it. It's not working. Right, so Ramsey is this town. This is my local town. Local town for local people. So yeah, they also have a market on this road, but it's basically like no, it's there on weekends. So this is the town that's closest to me. So yeah. Am I on the right path? Yeah. So it's just it's a mini market. It's just around this clock thing, and that's where this is. So yeah. And we've been there a couple of times because the 1940s weekend, which takes place here mostly. I love that you can see where they put the tent and shit because it's happened so many times. The 1940s weekend and the steam rally and all that stuff. They have this giant tent they put here, like a circus tent. So yeah. They have the tractors out. Anyway, so yeah, that's my local town. That's my local city. And that's what this is where Romford is. So the market's here. Oh my god, I actually lived quite close. Wait, no, I didn't. Yeah, I lived here, and basically that's where the Romford Market was. So I grew up in this area. We're going on the map again. I noticed you've done this. Your neighborhoods are different from us. I know you've got the suburbs and shit, don't you? It's mostly country. It's literally just country. But yeah, this is quite sad actually because this used to be where I worked and lived. Actually, it was more like here because this is where the old building was. This was the absolutely gigantic, half Olympic sized swimming pool, and that's where I lived and worked for so long. And I want to go swimming again, but they tore it down and made a dinky pool in this little part of the building. It sucked, but yeah. Yeah, this is a big hill. Can you actually go into the park? That would be so cool. No, you can't. This is the top of a big hill, and on the top of this hill you can see London, like all of London, because London's just here. This is London. So from this part you can see all of London. But yeah, this is where I grew up. So yeah, Iceland Foods is like this entire building. That's why I used to. That's the last place I worked when I lived there. Yeah. It's actually Fancy Pants Place now. It's a Fancy Pants Place. But yeah, my school doesn't exist anymore. That's kind of weird. Oh, there it is. Kingswood School used to be here. Used to be this entire building area, but now it's been demolished, and this new bit has been there instead, and now this part's there, and I have no idea what the fuck this is. So yeah. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going around on a map. And I used to live here, this actual house. This was my mum's old house. That one. America hates roundabouts. I've seen plenty of roundabouts. Oh, it's a reflection. But yeah, that's the house I grew up in. That I lived in the majority of my life. So yeah, they've completely redone the garden, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, I used to take the dogs for a walk over here in these woodlands, and annoy the crap out of the people who were in the golf course. And I used to work. Where is it? In this Burger King, where I had my first job. Where the fuck is this ping? I can never find my other house, the flat that I used to be in. So yeah. So yeah. And remember, I was born. This we'll go through my life just real quick, and then I'm gonna leave. I promise. So yeah, I was born. Where are you? Is it that hole? That hole? There it is. I was born here. With my the first 2 years of my life, just in this little town, which gets destroyed by the Atlantic. Just every 10 years, just completely wipes out all of this area, because the Atlantic is evil, and it does that. And then we lived here. Actually, here. It doesn't exist anymore. The sea took it. So yeah. And Lowestoft was awesome. I did actually remember Lowestoft. So until I was 4, we lived there. 4, 5, 6. I think I was 6. 6 or 7. I think I was 6. But yeah, I remember Lowestoft. Lowestoft was awesome. I'm sorry. Well, that's new, arseholes. hate it when you move away from a place and it gets better. It's so cool. Yeah, this pier was awesome. Me and Damon went to this pier. We had a little trip to the pier. It was so cool. There's a restaurant here that basically had like yummy foods. Sandy beaches. And the East Point Pavilion, the easternmost point of the UK. Here. Used to have a kids kingdom place in it. So yeah, so we moved from there once our house was swallowed by the sea. Whoop, that's wrong. We moved from there to there. And now I live somewhere here. Somewhere near here, but again, I'm not going to point out where my actual house is because I don't want to dox myself. But yeah. Oh, this is where I went for a walk, by the way. Me and the hedgehog guy, we went and had a walk around these woods. I can actually show you my exact path. We went from here all the way up to here, all the way around here, and then down this path thing here, and then up here. See, oh, there's a lake on the other side. Oh, we should have gone there. Well, that's what we're doing next time, I guess. Yeah. So we walk along there. And this, by the way, is where I had a walk. This is my usual place where I go walking, along this ridge. I'm not saying I live near here. I do have to walk a long time. And then there's an abandoned, kind of like, it used to be a windmill just here. But it's got no windmill-ness to it. It's got no blades on it anymore. So it's just a husk. It's not even 3D because there's nowhere to put the thing. I guess I could do this. So I had to walk all along here, and then you can just make it out just there. Wow, the water's really high. Whenever they took the picture. There is a cute berry guy who lives in, I think it's this house. Yeah, I can't put the camera there. It's so annoying. I think it's this house, but there's a cute, slightly berry guy that lives there, and that's my village's shitty little church that basically is like falling apart, but nobody wants to pay for it. So yeah. Can we actually see? Are there people fishing? There's people usually fishing. Oh, they managed to get the one day when there's no bloody fishing. Arseholes. But yeah, there's guys fishing, so if you're walking, then you have to avoid being hit by like washing lines and stuff. I've been mostly a sea guy. Well, that's cool. I've been both, but I did like living by the sea. It's nicer living by the sea. But yeah, this is my village. This is the entirety of my village. So I have to walk all this way just to get to the beginning of my actual walk, because that's the upper part of the village, and as you can see, most of the village is just empty space. with nothing around me because bullshit. Seriously, there's a lot of empty space. I'm going to show you the entirety of the village, and then I'm going to go. I swear to God. I'm still walking, by the way. This is all that I this is what I do every other day. You know, I try to do it every day, but essentially, it's just not feasible because it takes like an hour. You know, I go out walking for an hour. I'm still walking. And then I might live in one of these houses near here, so I'm just saying. Yeah. So there's more village on this side, but essentially that's it. Essentially, when you get to the end of the village, that's it. There is no more walking to be done because there's nothing on the road for at least 10 miles. Oh, that's our shop. The I wonder if that was blurry. Strange. Um. So yeah, you basically get the pub, which is never bloody open. It's never open anymore. Also, there's a couple of videos I shot actually at the pub. But they're actually shot here. But they've recently taken down the weather defense for the for the porch. They've taken away the porch area, so which is really irritating for me, of course, because like I hate being inside when I just feel too warm in pubs. So I like being outside. But that means that if it's raining, I can't actually go to the pub because I just get too hot. So yeah. Um, but yeah, it's only open every now and again because it's not very popular. But yeah, once you get here, then that's it. There's nothing. That's the end of the village. There's nothing for fucking miles that way. Weird. Um, yeah. If you're wondering what these signs mean, they mean that you can go at any speed. Because there's bloody nothing there. So yeah, you can just like that's all of my village is in this one shot. So yeah. So walking this way is kind of pointless, even though it's paved for quite a long way, and then it just ends. The paving just ends. So yeah, that's not cool. It's just big fields. Oh my god. Fuck it. There I am. I don't care. I know I said I wasn't going to dox myself, but I'm right there. Anyway, enough. I'm going to go because, like I said, I'm over time now, so yeah. Plus now I've got to wait for an incoming airstrike. Most of the people who are going to watch this live stream, basically, like, they already know where I live. So it's like, whatever. You know, I trust you guys. So yeah. Okay. So I'll probably be back tomorrow for a brainstorming session and an art stream and stuff. But this has been kind of fun. See you tomorrow, I guess. Random itch. Ugh. Ugh. Belly rubs. Ow, that was dumb of me. And belly salute. So I have like a tiny spot just there. Or just there. You can see it. Or at least it was a spot, but I destroyed it just with my finger just now, which hurt. So yeah. Jeff, I took you everywhere again. Jeffrey knows this because I share my screen sometimes when we used to watch the movies and stuff together. But yeah, once we get the Google Maps maps open, essentially, like I kind of go nuts because I like to explore on that anyway. So yeah, it's fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have I got something there? I have a tiny rash just on my skin. You can see it's just slightly red there. Weird. Ugh, I wonder what did that. Better not be the red onesie. That would suck. So yeah, homework for you guys. Think of ideas for belly play week, and we'll discuss them tomorrow. So yeah, see, it's good homework, and I mean, really think about it. You know, I mean, it's not hard, you guys, because I don't really have anything in mind. And we've got one element of a video, but an element is not what makes a video. So yeah. Anyway. I don't know. I'm gonna have a shower tomorrow anyway, so yeah. I might even get in the hot tub if I'm up at the appropriate times and stuff, and it isn't, you know, poisonous. It doesn't matter. So yeah. Anyway, toodles.